Hey guys, Joe with Carmel Car Audio, and today I want to go over 5 mistakes that is very common to beginners when they get into car audio. So let's take a look at the first one and we'll build up from there and see the common mistakes that we make on a daily basis. Not we, but what I see coming through the door, and let's rectify that to get you better sound quality for your everyday sound system. So number one, starting with mixing, matching, and not having the proper adequate power, whether it's amplifier or power wire for the amplifier provided for the speaker. A good gauge to look at, one, what's this RMS at? It's more than 4,000 watts of power. You bring me this woofer and bring me this amplifier of 250 watts, it's not gonna do this. No matter how big a wire I put in this amp, just won't do it. Or you bring me a 12,000 watt amp, yeah, that's plenty of power. But you bring me power wire that's, size of my pinky, 8 gauge, 4 gauge, it's not gonna cut it. You gotta make sure that you're looking at the power of the amplifier and the speaker, and then the power wire, good gauge, is the inputs on the amplifier itself. Looking at that will tell you what power wire you should at least be running for your amps. So the second mistake is always thinking that bigger is better. It's not the case. What the case is the utilization of the space that you have inside of your vehicle. You may not be able to fit a 15-inch woofer or a 12-inch woofer in there. You can only fit an 8-inch. But let's say you can fit a 12-inch in your car. How much space is actually being utilized for the box and the sub? Is the airspace enough for the subwoofer to truly produce its max potential? Utilizing that airspace for the proper size woofer will give you the most output than trying to fit the biggest woofer in that space. Size is not always the biggest factor in trying to be loud or efficient. A third common mistake is that a custom box is just 6 pieces of wood slapped together and there you go, you got a custom box. That's not the case. There's a lot of physics going into the box and how it's made, the port length, the size, the width. I mean, every aspect is meant for precise calculations for that sub, the Theo Small parameters, to give you the best tuning, one, for the car and for the sub. If you want to learn more about custom boxes and what they can do and potential wise, check out the rest of the videos that we have on our YouTube page and our Facebook. We got tons of information on there. There's a reason why a cooler at Walmart costs $5, and there's also the Yeti cooler that costs, a couple $100 for a cooler. They both do the same thing in theory, but one's more efficient and gives you a lot better results than the other. Why? Physics. All right, so common mistake number 4. You spend this much and well, you got what you got, but did you really understand what you're getting? Is the best application for you a 10, an 8, a 6, a 12, a 14, a 15, so on and so forth, the list goes on. Also, that this is the end-all be-all subwoofer right here. That's it. There's not. The end-all be-all is the application for your vehicle and doing your research for what you want. Do you listen to a lot of rap? Well, then you probably want something a little bit bigger than a 10, probably a 10 or a 12, that's going to handle those ridiculous low notes. But if you listen to more classical or rock or heavy metal, you might want something like an 8 or a 10 or even a 6.5 will do, because it's going to do those higher frequency notes. Understanding what music you listen to and what you like is going to better prepare you for what sub you can buy and where you're going to end up, and you're actually going to be happy with what you bought and not, man, I bought these subs and I thought they'd be better, I thought they'd be louder, I thought they would be more efficient with the double kick drums because I listened to a lot of heavy metal, but I was sold 2 12s. That's not the case. So make sure you do your research. You're not only doing your research on, the subs or your door speakers or amplifier or your radio, but do your research on who's doing the install. Whether it's me, any of my guys here at the shop, or one of your best friends. Do they know what they're doing? Because nowadays, it's not like it was in the 90s or early 2000s. There are a lot of computers in these cars. If you do one wrong move on those wires, you just hurt something that is going to cost you $1,000. So the 5th common mistake, the idea that this isn't affordable to the average consumer. It 100% is. All the 4 previous mistakes cause us to believe that it's not affordable, because we spend this money on these subs that's not the right application for our vehicle or our purpose. It's affordable. You just got to make sure that we're utilizing these subwoofers or the radio or the speakers to the best application that fits you. And then on top of that, the financing that is available here at the shop, we have Snap and Acima. Both of those are tools that we can use as consumers to provide you with the equipment we have here. And if you want to learn more about it, call us. We're more than happy to help. That's why we're here. We're here to help you get you what you want. That right there means everything. Bonus tip for you guys. Not really a mistake, but just something I don't want to see anymore. I don't want to see the basic cookie cutter prefab box in the trunk. Make it yours. Make it your own personal ride. Make it custom. It's one in the world kind of box. Now that's kind of far-fetched to say, but don't be the guy that has 3 cars, 4 cars at a meetup. When they open their trunk, it's like, yeah, look at my system, and I got this cookie cutter compact deal from Amazon. It's the same 2 subs, the same box, same amp, and it's all the same thing. Kind of like cars nowadays. They have no character, they're all the same. Make it unique, make it yours, make it different, get creative with it. The only limitation is imagination, and that's just it. So guys, have a wonderful day. Until then, I'll see you next time.